your chances of getting certain diseases by eating well, or do your genes predispose you to being overweight and susceptible to illnesses associated with obesity, like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer? Well, joining me is nutrition expert Dr. Felicia Stoller. She's author of Living Skinny in Fat Genes. I love that title. Welcome back to On Time, Felicia.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I love this title of the book. How did you get the title?
Well, you know, I come from a family of fat people.
You said they would not like hearing you say that.
My mother wouldn't want me to say that she had that menopausal spread. But I mean, you know, I had an overweight grandmother. My father's overweight. His siblings are overweight. And heart disease runs on both sides of my family. So I sort of took a look at that. I mean, I was very young when I had an uncle that died from a heart attack. And my second uncle, who's only 11 years my senior, at the age of 50, had a heart attack. So I was like, ooh, you go like this, and you go, okay.
Right.
I mean, but I realized early on, at least when I started graduate school in my late 20s, that, you know, I do have this family history, and there is a tremendous amount of research looking at diet and exercise and disease risk. So I'm trying to do everything I can to undo maybe all those years before I learned how to eat right.
What happens in our society where we just kind of, you know, just forget about it? It kind of goes over our head. We don't even consciously think about it.
Eat instead of, and you know, or eat to live. Which one do you do?
Right.
But you know, it's looking at foods and saying, is this good for me, or does it taste good? A lot of times we live in the moment and we're thinking about, you know, the grand scheme of things, like, oh, I'm really hungry right now. Not, did I have my fruits today? Did I have my vegetables today? If I'm, you know, eating grains, if I'm, you know, if I'm eating pasta in my home, what do I buy? What type of breads do I buy? I mean, there are little things so that the healthy choice can be the easy choice. Right. And it's also not about, you know, being a food elitist and saying everything must be organic and it must be fresh and you have to grow it yourself and make everything really
who
from
wants to do all of that?
We all don't have time.
Right.
We're busy. So, you know, I'm really about trying to help people understand what are things that you can do, what are some easy food swaps you can do, where do people sometimes get into trouble. Okay. And it really starts at birth. It starts, you know, some people would argue it starts in utero. I say it starts like at the age of 2, you know, and starting to cut out some of the saturated fat and replacing it with better fats in the diet. So some better fats even over here. We know that olive oil is a great monounsaturated fat. It's wonderful. But another great fat is palm fruit oil, not the palm kernel, palm fruit oil. It's a tropical oil that has a unique blend of polyunsaturated fats to saturated fats, which again can help to lower your cholesterol, and it's loaded with antioxidants. And where is it found? So, you know, you can find it sometimes in a blended oil. You can find it in pretty much all of the Smart Balance products. You can pick, instead of a regular peanut butter, go for a Smart Balance peanut butter that has the palm fruit and my daughter's personal favorite, Nutella, right? And even bars, right? People think when they're exercising, I need a protein bar. You don't need a protein bar. The typical American diet has enough protein. Protein energy malnutrition is not a problem in the United States. You know, the Luna bars also have the palm fruit oil, and they have less than 200 calories a serving. Some of these are up to 400 and 500 calories. I mean, people think they need that in extra. How do